Okay guys, springtime is here. Swim jig is a huge player for me in the spring. I absolutely love a swim jig. It's a great way to catch a lot of fish, big fish, and that comes during the spawn, that comes post-spawn. It's just a player this time of the year that I really want to show more about. The biggest thing about a swim jig is it's non-intrusive. It doesn't have that vibration, it doesn't have that flash, so fish are not intimidated by it. That's the biggest thing that I can say about a Strike King swim jig. The biggest part of a swim jig, other than the jig itself, is the trailer that you choose to put on the back end. That's what makes the difference in the bait, period. I'm gonna show you a few different trailers that I like to use and that really change the profile, and it changes the makeup of the bait. Meaning, does it look like a brim? Does it look like a shad? Does it look like something fleeing? And how does it ride in the water column? The first thing that you're gonna see me throw is a rage swimmer. Rage swimmer on the back of a swim jig looks like a brim, looks like a big gizzard shad fleeing over the tops of anything that you throw around, whether that's laydowns, grass, bank grass, anything down the sides of docks. That's a huge thing. And that doesn't let that swim jig ride as high in the water. It keeps that swim jig down a little bit and lets you fish it with the rod and reel, so you can control it with your handle on the rod and reel versus a bait controlling you. The second one I'm gonna throw at you is a Rage Menace. The Rage Menace is one of my favorites. It has more drag, so it allows that swim jig to ride higher in the water column, and I don't have to wind it as fast. It can mimic a crawfish, it can mimic a bluegill, it can mimic things that bass really forage on the most. That's a really big trailer for me. And then obviously the Rage Crawl. The Rage Crawl has really big flapping pinchers on it. It keeps that jig up even higher in the water column, subsurface, makes that wake like sometimes we're looking to do if you're fishing really shallow water, and it throws a lot more vibration off as well. So it slows that bait way down, makes it ride way high in the water column, and those fish are able to swim up and catch it if you want to swim that bait slower through that vegetation. I mean, these are really quick tips, but they're also something that you really need to play with when you get your bait, and you can see the difference in when to use them and what they'll do for you. All these are great trailers, and they're just another healthy way to help you catch more fish.